If you have a net worth over $50 million, you need to listen to this video on how to zero out your estate tax. I'm with my partner Trevor Whiting, and Trevor and I created a strategy. Well, we didn't create the strategy, we've implemented the strategy. And what's the technical name for the strategy that we're going to talk about?
Yeah, the technical name is Testamentary Charitable Lead Trust. Okay. And we're going to talk about, maybe we'll give it a nickname so that we don't have to say Testamentary Charitable Lead Trust all the time.
Yeah, and you actually came up with the name.
We're going to call it the washing machine.
The washing machine. And so actually we've used this strategy on many of our high net worth clients, and they love this strategy because most of our high net worth clients, they really kind of oppose this concept of paying any estate tax at all. And right now, as we know, the federal estate tax exemption between a husband and wife is just below $28 million. But we also know that 40% of anything above that is going to be subject to death tax. And we also know that that's going to get worse in 2026 because the threshold of roughly $14 million each is going to drop down to $7 million each. And so Trevor, just tell us in layman's terms, how does the washing machine work where we can guarantee a client that they would never have to pay an estate tax?
We implement this strategy especially where a client has some charitable intent as well. And most of our clients at this level, they do have charitable intent. And so what we do is we put a formula into the document that basically says, if there's any piece of my estate that's subject to estate tax, that I want that piece to go to the washing machine. So, that's the dirty piece. It's subject to estate tax. We send it to the washing machine, and we put it through a wash cycle that's about 15 years in length. So a little bit longer than your washing machine at home.
And what's the dirty thing it's going to wash out?
But it's going to wash out all that estate tax. And so if that piece, let's say that piece is $5 million. We put $5 million into the washing machine. It washes all the tax. We don't ever write a check to the IRS. That's the zeroed out part. We zero out the estate tax. And instead, the $5 million is in the washing machine and sits there for 15 years. It makes payments to charity for that 15-year period. But then whatever's left over at the end of 15 years comes back as a second inheritance to the kids or to whoever the beneficiaries of the estate are.